The search and rescue guys must be aware that we're getting in the water. They're here all ready for us. So we got our backs covered. That's good news. No, stay. Don't start it up. Oh, cool. Welcome back, everybody. As some of you know, I started working on the mainland 5 days a week, and my family will be coming over to my dad's with me while he's gone to Mexico for the winter. Well, that time has finally come. This trip signifies my last as an islander for the time being. Although the situation is not ideal, at least I'll be spending more time with the family. Anyways, Mon Kun took a ferry over to join us for a dive on this one. Yeah, man. Thanks, man. That's delicious.
So that's sweet. So yeah, that should be good.
Yeah, my wife loves those dried squids. Thanks, man.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, buddy. Hey. What's up, man?
Hey, Chris. How's it going?
And from there, I stopped by to grab Garret and Eric. What's up, guys? How's it going?
I'm pretty excited.
Too early in the morning to be on camera?
No.
Actually, it's 11 in the afternoon.
He's ready anytime.
Nice. We piled into the van and drove down to the cable trail in Cedar, BC, where we met up with the rest of the crew. Maureen, Sarah, and Nathan joined up as well. It was quite the group. Today we are diving the notorious Dodd Narrows. I've only been to this spot once and the visibility wasn't the greatest, but last time I was down there it looked crystal clear. The sea lions go into the Narrows and pick off the chum salmon as they're running through. I never checked, and I'm not sure if that's still going on, but it'd be cool to see some salmon in the water. Either way, the walls there are unreal, covered in anemones. We are gonna try to dive right in the rapids. We gotta be careful though, because the log booms go through there at slack tide, and that's the only time we can dive it is slack, and there's also a lot of boat traffic. So this is a spot better to go to in the winter months when there's not as much recreational traffic on the water. But if we can't do it safely, we won't do it. We'll just creep along the shoreline and dive some other areas. As long as the viz is good, I'm sure it's gonna be awesome. We got a good group out here and we're gonna have fun. Gonna hike down, see some beautiful sights, get some exercise. And if we see anything worth harvesting, we might grab some seafood too.
Slippery, don't slip there.
Yeah, you definitely gotta be careful here, especially when you get a few grand of camera equipment strapped to your chest. I've only actually taken this route once. I usually take the long way, but this is a shortcut with all your dive gear. But trying to find this spot was a bit of a struggle. Came here with Natasha and she knows this route. So my first time being a tour guide, not guided. I almost caught that on camera. Almost. You should have fallen, man. Should have fallen? Oh, there we go, there we go. Oh. That's much better. I can edit the two together.
There we go. You just put that together in post.
Yeah. And look at that, we are here. And it's definitely not slack, but it's not looking as tense as it was last time I was here, so that's good news. What do you think, man?
Ah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I just saw a scuba diver was there. Is that a scuba diver?
Oh, yeah.
Sea lion.
Sea lion, oh yeah, yeah. So we're here nice and early, but that's not an excuse to tread our feet. We want to get in the water ASAP. I'm gonna throw my gear on. Slack tide in this spot, probably like 20 minutes, if that. So if we get lucky, we'll be diving. Diving right in the heart. There's no boat traffic. Nothing yet.
And we found you, which is great.
Oh, I almost made it.
Yeah. Yeah, part of our group got lost, but we made it. Just a little disclaimer, this spot is not for beginners or the faint of heart. I'm not saying to avoid this area per se, but exercise extreme caution if you do attempt to dive here. We got pretty damn lucky with the conditions though. Superb viz, we timed out slack current like a boss, and we only had 2 boats travel through the Narrows during our entire time in the water. Shout out to Poseidon. Spots like this are magical. In my opinion, high current passages are the epitome of Pacific Northwest diving. There's something about being submerged in a spot so few humans get to see and experience that just makes me feel alive. I kept it pretty shallow until the water came to a dead stop, at which point I descended to a maximum depth of around 15 meters. The deeper I went, the more structure emerged, which just triggered the urge for me to want to explore further. Knowing the current could pick back up at any second, or a boat might be coming around the corner, kept me from pushing my limits, but having a healthy respect for places like this ensures I'll see my kids grow old. Plus, even the life in the intertidal zone was like being on another planet. Garret has a pretty awesome video on his channel from this dive. Check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. I didn't see any salmon, but we did have a handful of sea lion encounters. For the most part, we did our thing and they did theirs. Thanks for the footage, Monk One. Don't leave yet. I'm only getting warmed up. The other guys are exploring that back eddy. I've dove there before, it's really fun, but I want to check out a new spot and scout it out for next time, see if it's worth diving. The current picked up again, so had to retreat from the rapids, but a lot of life down there. Really fun spot. Just like being in new areas, to be honest with you. Okay, so maybe I was already warmed up and this was more of a cool down, but bottom line, I wasn't done diving. Sarah joined me exploring on this side. It wasn't the most lively of places, or maybe it just felt that way considering where we just were, but we still found some cool stuff. We didn't explore for that long, but I'd be keen to come back. A highlight was this giant nudibranch, which generally inhabits sandy, muddy subtidal areas and can be found at a depth of 200 meters. The range extends from northern Alaska to northern Mexico. Hey, what's up, sea lion? The giant nudibranch feeds on the tentacles of tube-dwelling anemone, which is quite the sight to see, but they're most known for their ability to swim when disturbed. Look at this thing. How amazing is that? We didn't see a whole lot of fish in the Narrows, but I was happy when I came across this guy. Before we called it quits, we jumped back in one last time and harvested some sea urchin. It was pretty funny. We drew quite the crowd when we were down on shore. We were asked loads of questions, and we even shared some uni with a few curious individuals. It was awesome to be able to share our love and passion with some complete strangers. I just mowed down one on shore, but Sarah was having friends over that night, so we grabbed 8 or so in total. Well, I couldn't have asked for a better sayonara. We're wrapping the dive up right now. I think epic. Everybody agreed. The walls with all those anemones. Didn't see too many fish, minus that lingcod. Bunch of rockfish, perch, and I saw one cabezon. Sorry, 2 cabezon. One decent sized one and one small little guy swam off as I was approaching. Saw some sea lions. I had a couple come up to me, all within 10 feet.
It was one of the best cold dives I've done. Found some nice little ridge and caves. It was freezing, but it's amazing. It's really worth it. I would say definitely worth it. And I saw maybe a juvenile sea lion. I would say it really was close to me while I was underwater. So this time wasn't scary at all. So pretty cool. Yeah,
it's pretty awesome. It's cool to check out a local sites, and yeah, it didn't disappoint. That's for sure. There's lots of life and clear water and good times.
Yeah, it was great. Definitely my top 5 for sure. Maybe top 3. Lots of sea lions, swimming nudibranch, a little bit of greenling, not like some perch. Didn't really see any rockfish, but so many anemones. It was great. Yeah, super great sight.
Time has come, but I think we're gonna leave. Nobody wants to. It's so nice here. But it was fun while it lasted. I learned this trick from Cal when we carried his boat down to the shore earlier in the summer. We probably could have found a smaller stick, but you get the idea. I hope you enjoyed the adventure. Let the mainland diving commence. I'm actually super excited. Lots of plans in the works. Peace and love.